Well, it's been a minute. I was watching this earlier, and keep in mind when we go through a couple of these clips that the weaponization of the sicko, especially Epstein, especially well, they're all involved with it, really. But it's the weaponization. Who's gonna weaponize the sicko the most is probably the one that has the most involvement trying to deflect and project. This is some good stuff. We'll be going through a couple of timestamps here and stopping every once in a while.
This is the gentleman from California.
For fair use.
Director, the first time you saw Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files. Did you close the files or keep reading?
I have reviewed not the entirety of the files, so
you haven't reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the director of the FBI. This is the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all the files.
What I've been doing is been busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern U.S. history in historic speed, because the men and women...
See, why do these sickos want all of this sick crap stuffed in your head? I saw a couple, the Mormon church drop, just needed a little sample going, yup, these guys are involved. Oh, a little sample of the Epstein. Oh, yeah, that's some sick shit. But these guys want it pounded in your head almost like it's a weapon. Let's use pedophilia as a weapon to deflect and project from these, the lefty. They're all involved, but it's who's going to weaponize it the most is the most sus.
And the FBI are given the resources to reduce the homicide rate, to reduce the drug trafficking rate, to reduce the amount of children that are being trafficked and the number of...
It sounds like those children being trafficked appreciate the director reviewing the files. You said you don't know the number of times Trump's name appears...
I'm so glad that he's weaponizing pedophilia and victims. Interesting how the victimization of the victims keeps getting victimized because Kash Patel won't read the entirety. It's interesting. I mean, yeah, there's dedicated teams, I'm sure, but because he didn't read the entirety, the victims are just going to become irate himself. He didn't read them all. You see where I'm trying to get to here? All right.
Files. So it could at least be 1,000 times. Is that right?
The number is a total misleading factor. We have not released anyone's name in the Epstein files that has not been credible.
Director, could it at least be 1,000 times?
We have released every piece of legally permissible information.
Okay,
you can characterize the numbers however you want it.
I'm claiming my time, Director. It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times.
It's not. It's not.
Is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political innuendo so you can go out to the sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising article. Keep going, reclaiming your time, because the people of California are being underserved by your representation.
The president is not...
Yep, and, here real quick. That pink tie is highly sus. Yeah, that's
sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising article. Keep going, reclaiming your time, because the people of California are being underserved by your representation.
The president is not implicated. Why not release everything that involves him?
We have released everything, the president and anyone else's side, that is credible and lawfully be able to be released.
And then once it gets released, watch how it gets weaponized by the loudest one, in a sense.
On this matter and baseless accusations that I'm hiding child pedophiles is disgusting. Anyone that says that needs to look at the stats alone and go back to the state of California, who's receiving the biggest surge in FBI resources through my redeployment, because the cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco need it.
Director, remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the
It's a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed.
The question is simple.
Who
did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes or no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No, A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F.
it sounds like you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your constituency by focusing on reducing violent crime in this country and the number of pedophiles that are illegally harbored in your sanctuary cities in California? I'll work with you on that. Do you want to work with us on that?
Director,
I belong to the gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The question has been asked and answered.
You've not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Director, did
projection alert, projection alert. No, seriously. Again, weaponize it when Patel's going, there's some serious issues going on here, and he does agree that these things are a problem, but why focus on these things? And he just kind of told him a roundabout way. It doesn't seem like he wants to cooperate because these guys are fucking baby eaters, in my opinion.
Trump ever say to you, just find and release the entire truth? Don't worry if I'm in it?
The instructions from the administration were to release all credible information, and we have done that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game
on that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game where you say you can't release everything because the court has said that it legally is not allowed to be released.
Or mass pandemonium. But it's interesting in the plan to, let's just say, for instance, hypothetically, the president says, if you're all obsessed about the Epstein files getting dropped, they're not going to get dropped. So who's going to scream the loudest when they get dropped, or before they get dropped, and then after they get dropped, then all of a sudden, will that tone change, or, you know, what's going on? Some pretty interesting quadruple reverse psychology.
But the court calls bullshit. Judge Richard Berman said that when you went to the court, quote, information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. So let's move on, Director. You wrote a book called Government Gangsters. You identified 20 individuals in that book. You put me on that list at the top of the list. Thank you. My children find it flattering. 20 of those individuals have been investigated or have had adverse actions. Director, considering that you have identified these people as, quote, government gangsters, will you recuse yourself from making any investigation decisions about these individuals?
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done
No, the question
they failed to meet the muster in their constitutional obligation.
I will work on the audio-visual capabilities.
I'm going to borrow your terminology and call bullshit on your entire career in Congress.
I'm reclaiming my time,
It has been a disgrace to the American people.
I'm reclaiming my time.
You can reclaim your time all you want.
Mr. Chairman, you're going to allow a witness to speak this way?
Mr. Chairman, would you recuse yourself,
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman, would you admonish the witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman, just
committee will remember.
Quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts, since the witness decided to interrupt him continuously?
And the witness will be able to respond if he wants. We'll make sure he has time to do that.
My question is, will you, Director, recuse yourself, yes or no, from investigating or making decisions about the 60 individuals, including myself, that you identified as government gangsters? Yes or no?
Time of the gentleman has expired. The witness may respond if he would like.
And the answer was no, as I heard.
Correct.
Okay. The gentleman from Wisconsin, the gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Wisconsin is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman.
So here it is more clear with this congressman. Again, color of the tie, very sus. But the thing is the weaponization of Epstein here is again, there's scapegoat, but the reason why I'm going through this is look at kind of the sphere of things we've been looking into for the longest time. In the background, you have people weaponizing sickos, and they're there to weaponize against people that are against them. So you're gonna have sickos trying to become your friends, or if you're out cop watching and live, you're gonna get a sicko trying to roll up on you to be your buddy, and so some other asshole can go, look, he's ped supporting. He loves peds. That's some sick shit to do because maybe they got the most involvement and they're screaming the loudest again. Here, let's go through this.
Right.
But I want to tell you this.
Crazy on me today. Let me ask you this question. Why are you hiding pedophiles? Why are you shielding pedophiles? Why are you protecting pedophiles?
That is maybe the most offensive thing you could say to me, given the numbers.
Well, you have not released
given the
Epstein
numbers
files
of pedophiles.
You are aware of the
we have
Epstein
arrested.
client list that was published in the 18,000.
The gentleman has expired. The gentleman yields back.
Can I answer the question?
Can I just respond?
Of course, the gentleman can answer the question.
Since I took over the FBI, there has been a 33% increase.
Sir, all of that started under Christopher
Your
Wray.
time is done.
No, it didn't.
The witness.
See, the thing is, that all started under Christopher Wray, when I believe all of the other directors were hiding, protecting, using his assets, peds. Look how far the Epstein shit got. Obviously, there was a lot of espionage and so forth going on there, but the weaponization, again, of a ped is the ones protecting them are in the old administration, all the past directors, in my opinion. That's some pretty sick shit what he just did, but listen to how he tries to keep poking at it.
Can I answer the question?
Can I just respond?
Of course, the gentleman can answer the question.
Since I took over the FBI, there has been a 33% increase.
Sir, all of that started under Christopher Wray.
Your time is done.
No, it didn't.
The witness.
No, the weaponization and the use of snitches was under that director. Hiding, protecting, using his snitches. Look at the Predward case. Predward stairs. Kind of started under another administration, huh? Oh, Predward just hated Trump. Just hated Trump. Wow. Maybe he had to hate Trump just to get a good plea deal. Can you go around on the internet if we give you a good plea deal and set up, pred catchers and people that are against pedophilia and so forth? Try to set them up as the peds. It's exactly what happened. As he's getting the plea deal and being protected by that old guard.
Let's get to answer the question, and then we'll go to our next
FBI director, sir, and you're coming in here trying to take credit for something that a previous director instituted and largely brought to conclusion.
I take
I
no
think it's
credit.
pretty clear that
he should have been able to spit a statistic. Oh, well, 56% of, peds caught, so forth, went up. No. Nothing. Just more weaponization of peds. It's some sick shit to do. They're playing as dirty as they can.
the director as numbers are so much better than the previous director.
It's
If you want to answer the question.
I take no credit. The men and women of the FBI have seen a 33% increase in the number of counterintelligence arrests out of the PRC.
So all of a sudden, when you coming in...
you won't let them finish. They don't want below the surface information coming out on ped protecting judges, attorney generals, sheriffs, local judges. They don't want those stats and below the surface information on that to come out. So what are they going to use? They're going to just weaponize peds against people that are against it to get them kind of knocked back on their heels and in a defensive posture instead of going, no, these are the statistics. This is what's really happening. And you're sitting there defending yourself against crazy accusations constantly. Like NTF and her little crew trying to, we don't believe he was in the military. He needs to show it. No, your boy Philemon showed it, but he's got no spine and such a coward. He's not going to step up and go, no, actually, I showed his certificate of honorable discharge on my channel just a few days ago. He was in the military. No, because these guys are spineless, and guess what? They're the ones screaming the loudest, weaponizing peds. Huh.
10 months ago,
And
gentlemen, his time has
heaven or
expired.
And on the
Sir,
pedophile
American public not gonna
accusation,
go for that.
we have arrested 1,500 child predators in the last 7 months.
Under investigations
More
initiated
than
by
anybody
the prior
Appreciate the
directorship.
director's good work, and we really appreciate that the time the gentleman has expired. We now
Wow.
go to the gentleman from...
Not going, wow, why? Well, then why didn't the prior administration have those types of arrests? You're doing great there. Thanks for getting all those peds off the streets. But he could have said, but you're wrong. Director Ray was initiating all of those cases, but why didn't he pull the trigger on it then? And then these guys do. Well, thanks for finishing up and continuing on the work. Amazing. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Disclaimer, all right, I'm not going to bat for any of these scumbags. They've pretty much shown really who they are, but what you got to do is actually go by the statistics in criminology. The only one that's spitting statistics there is Kash Patel. None of these other scumbags just name dropping and trying to associate. Now, whether or not Trump is one of them, I mean, more than likely, probably yes. But to go around because of this weaponized Epstein drop and these sickos trying to hide behind that, screaming the yellows, Trump did it, Trump did it, Trump did it. And you know, I mean, hey, you know, I wasn't there. But to auto hoax it, right, is what they wanted. And it's just, if you look at it, the way to weaponize a sicko like Epstein and even others that we've gone through on this channel, and it's all the same tactic to try to bury the below the surface statistics that prove something bigger is going on there. And the other side, the baby eaters, are going to fight like hell. Just like Biden would say, we're going to fight like the devil. That's what Biden used to say, if you don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, they really did fight hard like the devil, because they were as guilty as the devil. Peace out.